If you're thinking about dropping over $1,000 on the Audeze LCD-X, hold up, because I'm about to reveal something that might just change your mind. This headphone has a killer reputation among audio pros and audiophiles alike, promising reference quality sound with those massive planar magnetic drivers everyone raves about. But here's what surprised me. While the LCD-X delivers on sound, it also comes with some quirks that could make you reconsider. Today, we're diving deep into the honest truth behind the Audeze LCD-X, so you don't buy blind and instead get a headphone that truly fits your needs. Ready? Let's bust some myths and share some real talk. But first, why do so many top engineers swear by these headphones? Because they mix your favorite albums on them. But wait, there's more that you need to know. Now, before you think this is just another rave review or a hardcore takedown, I want to tell you up front. The Audeze LCD-X is one of the best headphones in its class. The planar magnetic drivers are legendary. They feature large 106mm diaphragms with Audeze proprietary phaser elements and double-sided magnetic arrays, giving a frequency response from a jaw-dropping 12 Hz to 50 kHz. What does that mean? Clean, detailed sound that captures every subtle note in your music. But here's the twist. The LCD-X demands power and comfort expectation isn't as universal as the hype suggests. Let me explain. See, these are the kind of headphones that recording engineers and musicians swear by when mixing tracks because of their remarkable accuracy. If you're the type who wants to hear every mic placement and studio nuance, the LCD-X is like a microscope for your ears. But if you're just a casual listener or someone who wants portable convenience, these might frustrate you. Why? Because they're big, heavy, and need a proper amplifier to get the best out of them. Asking them to perform from your phone or a low-power device is like asking a lion to purr gently. It won't quite work. Curious what that means for your wallet and your listening habits? Keep watching. So who exactly is the LCD-X for? If you're a professional mixer, mastering engineer, or simply an audiophile who won't settle for anything less than near-perfect studio sound, you are in the right place. However, if you want a headphone for commuting, casual use, or something lightweight, keep your expectations in check. Here's a little story. I once tried these on during a 5-hour mixing marathon, and honestly, my head was shouting enough by hour 4. These headphones boast a revised 2021 ear pad design with luxurious leather that's incredibly comfortable. And you can even get a leather-free option if you're vegan or just like to keep things eco-friendly. But even with these ergonomic improvements, the weight and clamping force can cause fatigue for some. Now, let's talk sound quality, because that's the meat of the matter. Listening to the LCD-X is like having a front-row seat at your favorite concert while engineers adjust each instrument for perfect balance. The bass is tight and clear, not overblown like some consumer headphones that turn your music into a thunderstorm. The mid-range is silky smooth, revealing vocals and instruments with stunning clarity and high sparkle without harshness. But, and this is an important but, some users have reported occasional issues with driver resonance causing subtle distortion at higher volumes. It's not common, but for audiophiles who listen at cranked levels, it might be a deal breaker. So, is the LCD-X flawless? Not quite. Another point worth noting is the build quality. These headphones are meticulously handcrafted in California and go through rigorous testing before shipment. You can feel this craftsmanship the moment you hold them. Sturdy metal frames paired with premium leather ear pads and a sleek carbon fiber headband. They're built to last through years of heavy studio use. But here comes the funny part. Considering their price tag at $11.99, you kind of expect them to come with a magic wand to make your problems disappear, right? Sorry, no magic here, just solid engineering and a bit of old-school charm. And speaking of price, one of the biggest complaints is not just the initial cost, but the fact that getting the best sound from these requires complementary gear like a dedicated headphone amplifier or DAC. This means your budget needs to stretch even further. Here's a side note for audio geeks. The LCD-X's specifications include a 103 dB sensitivity rating and low impedance of 20 ohms, which in theory should make them easier to drive than some other planar headphones. However, many users note that they perform best with quality amplification, not exactly plug-and-play with your average smartphone or laptop. So, if you're asking yourself whether you can just grab these and go, the honest answer is no. You need the right setup to unlock their full potential. Now, I'm not saying you should give up on high-end headphones, but for beginners or casual listeners, this is a very important consideration to avoid disappointment. Still curious? Let's talk about comfort again, because nobody wants to wear a tortured device, even if it sounds amazing. The revised ear pads from 2021 feature plush leather with a slightly deeper cup than previous models, making them more comfortable for long sessions. They don't make your ears sweat too much, and the headband pressure spreads evenly across your head. And take this with a grain of salt. Some users with larger heads report that clamping force can be a bit aggressive. And unfortunately, these headphones aren't exactly travel-friendly, thanks to their size and lack of portability features like folding ear cups. If you're that person who likes to take your music everywhere, even on a bumpy bus ride, you might need to keep looking. Alright, I promised you some laughs, so here goes. Why did the headphone break up with the amplifier? Because it needed some space to breathe. And if you think the LCD-X is the king of comfort, remember it's still no pillow masquerading as headphones. Using these for hours might make you feel like you're getting a loving but firm hug from a grizzly bear, which is great for sound isolation, but maybe not so much for your sanity during lengthy sessions. Moving on, the cable situation. The LCD-X comes with a detachable cable that's nice and thick, designed to minimize microphonics, the noise you get when the cable rubs against your clothes. But some users complain it's a bit on the shorter side, which might limit your freedom of movement in a studio setting. So, if you tend to pace while listening, you might want to grab a longer aftermarket cable. So, what's the bottom line on the Audeze LCD-X? It's a powerhouse professional headphone with exceptional sound reproduction that's handcrafted with care. If you're mixing your next hit track, mastering that critical session, or deeply passionate about hearing every detail your music has to offer, these headphones deserve serious consideration. And this is the big but, if you're a casual listener, someone looking for lightweight or portable headphones, or just shopping on a budget without the proper gear, you might want to hold off. The LCD-X has some quirks. It's heavy, demands amplification, and has potential comfort issues for long wear. Plus, the price at $11.99 is nothing to sneeze at. Now here's a question for you. Would you rather have headphones that flatter your music with a fun bass boost, or like the LCD-X, headphones that reveal every flaw and every brilliance with clinical accuracy? There is no wrong answer, but knowing this helps you decide if the LCD-X is your perfect match, or an expensive paperweight waiting to happen. And if you're still on the fence, remember that the LCD-X was just updated in 2021, with improvements to ear pads and detailed tuning, making them arguably better than ever. So you're avoiding an older model that might have more problems. Before we wrap up with the best part, the call to action, here's another dad joke for the road. Why don't audiophiles ever get lost? Because they always follow the right sound path. Seriously though, if you value accuracy, craftsmanship, and studio-grade performance, the LCD-X will serve you well. But also consider other models in the Audeze lineup, or competing planar magnetic headphones if you want something more portable or affordable. Finally, if you're convinced that the Audeze LCD-X is the headphone you've been dreaming of, here's what you should do next. Check the link in the description below for the best price on Amazon. Prices fluctuate rapidly on products like this, so locking in a great deal now is smart. Remember, nothing beats buying from a trusted retailer that offers hassle-free returns and warranty coverage, especially on a high-end item like this. And if that link is still there, It means the LCD-X is ready and waiting to transform your listening experience. To sum it up, the Audeze LCD-X stands out as a professional-grade planar magnetic headphone with incredible sound detail, exceptional build quality, and thoughtful design tweaks in the 2021 revision. It's tailor-made for professionals and audiophiles who crave the best reference sound, but it's not without its drawbacks. Weight, cost, and need for amplification top the list. So is it worth it? If you're serious about audio and want the very best, absolutely yes. Otherwise, consider your priorities carefully before investing. Thanks for sticking with me through this honest review. If you found it helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more no-nonsense tech reviews. Got questions or your own experience with the LCD-X? Drop a comment. I read every one. And remember, the right headphone can change everything about how you appreciate music, so choose wisely and happy listening.